Hey nerds, we're diving into another look at a board game and its expansions. This week's board game, Scythe. Scythe is a worker placement tableau building strategy game by Stonemaier Games. You can play as one of 5 different factions looking to claim the land of Europa. Each have their own unique abilities that will help you achieve victory. Each character comes with their own faction mat. The faction mats tell you how much military and combat cards you start with. Along with the faction mats, you will take a player mat, each one numbered and labeled, having different stats for each. These will tell you how many coins, objective cards, and popularity you start with. You also have a character miniature, 4 mechs, buildings, and workers. You place your character on your faction symbol on the main game board, and 1 worker on 2 land tiles next to your symbol. You place your mech on your faction mats until you are able to deploy them. You fill up the top part of your character mat with your faction's colored blocks, filling each empty space. These pieces will move as the game progresses, giving you more assets and advantages as you upgrade your mat. Your player mats have 4 different types of actions, each with a top and bottom action as well. You place your player token on one of the 4 sections, indicating what you will be doing this turn. You start with the top action, paying the indicated fee and doing one of the 4 actions. Either harvest goods, boost your military, trade goods, or move your workers and/or leader. Once you have finished your top turn, the next player can start their turn, keeping the game flowing. You will then move on to the corresponding bottom action on whatever section you have chosen. If you have the right amount of resources, you can either upgrade your board, place a building, deploy a mech, or enlist. Depending on what land tile your workers are placed, there are small symbols that give you an encounter card. Encounter cards give you 3 different choices, each with their own bonuses. Either getting free resources, boosting or decreasing your popularity, and much more. Speaking of popularity, the higher your heart moves on the track, the more points you will score at the end of the game, so keep that in mind when you are playing. The other important aspect of the game is gathering star tokens. On the left-hand corner of the board, there is a chart showing the different ways you can gain stars throughout the game, including deploying all your mechs, completing your enlistments, creating all of your buildings, winning in combat, completing an objective card, and more. Once one player places all 6 star tokens on the board, the game is over. A few more features that can help you win the game are getting to the factory tile. You will receive a factory card that gives you a 5th action that you can take throughout the rest of the game. If you control the factory at the end of the game, it counts as 3 tiles instead of 1, adding more points to your overall score. There are also different endgame bonuses that you can achieve, along with leftover resources adding to your points. Once the game is over, you will score using the chart on the left and the placement of your heart to show how many coins you will get per reward. Whoever has the most coins wins. This game already has great features, but Scythe's expansions just add more to the game. Starting with Invaders From Afar, you receive 2 extra factions that were already indicated on the board, coming with their own workers, mechs, and other pieces. Just like all the other factions, each mech revealed has new abilities to add to your gameplay. Each of these factions also have special tokens they can place on the game board that will help them in their pursuit of victory. Togawa Shogunate has traps that your character can lay on a tile that you are currently in control of. So if an enemy wants to claim that land, there is an unknown disadvantage awaiting them. Clan Albion has flags that your character can place on a tile that will count as an additional land tile when you score at the end of the game. Scythe's other expansion, the Wind Gambit, gives you a new aspect of gameplay. With each country now advancing their military might with airships, there are different ways you can occupy a tile and control a territory. You have 16 different cards, each implementing a rule and interaction with an enemy airship. Along with the airships creating so many variations of gameplay, they also have resolution cards that indicate a different way the game can end. Instead of a player placing all 6 star tokens, there may only be 20 turns, a countdown to the end. Or there are different objectives to go for instead of the base game options. Both of these expansions add so much variation to Scythe's gameplay, allowing hours on hours of different types of ways this game can turn out. Whether you enjoy the new faction's abilities or want to squash your enemies into dust with airships, both of the expansions will add new features that enhance Scythe, an already excellent game. Well, thanks so much for watching another dive into a board game and its expansions. I hope you guys liked this, and I plan to do more. What other board games have really good expansions? I'd love to know. Why don't you comment down below? Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.